Hey, you, and welcome to the podcast. So, I have a real treat for you. Today, we're going to talk about the counterfeit things that keep us stuck in our fat pants, things that you might not even realize. My hope today is that this particular episode might shed some light on an area where you are currently struggling on your weight loss journey. So, one of the hardest things, one of the hardest truths to wake up to and to face, um, one of the hardest truths to wake up to and to face is how we believe in so many fake things, even on our weight loss journey. They're all kinds of fake things that we believe in. We have these habits and we have these thoughts that keep us running to things, to vices, to things for comfort, for relief on our weight loss journey. You're probably already thinking of them as I'm talking about this. And these are counterfeit options that ruin us. And we don't even see it because the world has normalized so many things in our environment that we normalize all of these things and not even realize how much they are destroying us. And we don't even realize that we have all of these counterfeit things that we run to on our weight loss journey. And we just start to reason it and we normalize it and we justify it. So, for example, let me give you an example here. When I was unable to lose weight, and here I am, I'm talking to you at the age, I'm almost 49 years old. I finally fit in my goal pants. In fact, and I don't share this. The women who are on this live right now, whose names I see Kat and Rosie already on this live with me. You know I don't share this to brag. I share this to show you what is possible when you seek God instead of a number on the scale. Because like I always blab on about, a lot of us, we don't have a weight loss problem. We have an obedience problem. We have a thinking problem. And so when I was unable to lose weight, and here I am at 49, exceeding my weight loss goals, mind blown by that. I want that for you. But when I was unable to lose weight, I would come home from work or I would have an overwhelmingly difficult day. I would never pray. It wasn't like I would pray through the problem. No, I would run to alcohol. In my case, red wine, or if it was summertime, a glass of Chardonnay would work. But the point is, I never prayed. I would run to wine. And it gave me, in that moment, that wine, what it gave me was, it gave me what I wanted. And it would give it to me immediately. All the while, it stole my weight loss progress and it weakened my relationship with God. Because what it did was it would drain my hope and faith. And it would give me hope and faith in the thing I was running to. In that case, the wine that I was running to. But running to God always gives us what we need. But we always somehow seem to choose the counterfeit thing because it's cheaper. And it gives us some sense of immediacy, right? Like you've experienced that. When things are uncomfortable, you run to the thing that can quickly give you whatever it is that you need in that moment to be restored to comfort. You know there's something that you do like that. Sometimes when we need to be made stronger in our weight loss journey, you need to be made stronger. Like I tell my clients all the time, you need to be made stronger against temptation, against these patterns of dieting thoughts and all of this. You need to be made stronger because temptation and good food is never going to go away. This world is only getting just richer and richer in terms of the food that is surrounding us. And most of that food is not going to serve us. So sometimes on your weight loss journey, you need to be made stronger through staying a little bit uncomfortable. And instead, when that happens, we run for comfort when it's just too hard. I mean, think about your own experience. You very likely sabotage yourself because you keep running for comfort because it's not fun to be uncomfortable. We're always in pursuit of the easier button. I mean, think about it. We don't just want the easy button. We know it's going to take a little effort, but we're looking for that constant easier button. It should be easier than this. It was easier in my 20s. It was easier in my 30s. Well, that's because your hormones weren't as they are now. That's a whole nother podcast. So I'm going to keep on going. Counterfeits are man-made. They are man-made things and they take more than they give every single time. Once I realized this and I began seeing how much more worth it was to actually run to God because his solutions were an investment. They were an investment in his will over my life, not necessarily my will. God cannot, this might be a word for you. So if you're somebody who's taking notes, I would write this down. God cannot work in you when you elevate counterfeits above him. So I have some questions for you. You know, as a Christian life coach, I'm always giving you questions, Christian life coaching questions for weight loss. What false gods, what habits, what excuses, what worldly pleasures are you running to instead of running to God? And what could those counterfeits actually be costing you? I mean, just ruminate on that. Think about that for a minute. What counterfeits do you need to actually toss out so you can invest in the authentic solution? Okay, let me not get ahead of myself here. Those counterfeit things that you're thinking of right now, they give you only what you want, while God will give you what you need. And I'm here to assure you, even in weight loss, he is the designer model, and he's always worth the investment. Even if it takes a little bit longer, if it's a little bit slower, that's okay. In weight loss, you need to do a lot of hard things. You need to be patient. You need to put in the effort that's going to be required. You need to practice living, like I said a minute ago, with temptation without giving into it. All of this makes you stronger, and eventually, I can assure you, it will eventually make you thinner. Sitting on the couch, binging Netflix, drinking away your problems, eating your emotions, all of these things are false gods with counterfeit solutions. They're all counterfeit solutions. They're fake solutions with destructive results. This is all the way that we normalize. We just normalize and justify our sin. And we don't even realize it because most of us don't even know what sin is. We don't even apply it to ourselves. If you want to know the true definition of sin and how it applies to you even in weight loss, go and look up James 4:17. So, my question for you is, what false gods in your life are preventing the one true, authentic God from living in you and making you stronger? I mean, answer that question. And so you might be asking, like, Sherrie, how do I kind of identify them? Like, do I have false gods? Are there counterfeits in my life that are costing me something? Let me help you identify them as I wrap up today. Ask yourself, think about a situation, a scenario. I want you to think about a habit, maybe a routine, maybe an answer or excuse, if you will, a food, a flavor, a show, a book, a person, whatever it is. Ask yourself, does this thing, this habit, this routine, this answer, this television show, does this thing give me everything I want and nothing I need? And if the answer to that is truly yes, then it's a counterfeit. It's an imposter. It's something you're running to instead of running to the authentic God who can actually help you. I encourage you to answer the questions I've just asked you today to ask of yourself. Find those counterfeits. Get rid of them. Not overnight, slowly, prayerfully, get rid of them. And watch what God can do in your life, even in weight loss.